underway.
And welcome back to White Mountains Dave. Dave Gregory from the Mount Washington Valley Ski Team is joining us. Good morning, Dave. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Haven't seen you in a little while, you've been a little busy traveling. You travel all over the country all year long.
Yeah, we were at Copper Mountain in Colorado for November and into December for the training camp out there, and Mount Hood this summer, and then just popping around New England in the east during the winter.
Wonderful. You're doing what you love. How many years have you been with the Mount Washington Valley Ski Team?
Too many.
No, not too many, because you love it. I mean, it's like one of those things, and you guys have had such great success and turned out some of the best racers in the world right here in the Mount Washington Valley. So it's quite a program. Can you tell folks, how do kids get involved with the ski team?
We start at age 14, or what are called U16s, what used to be called J3s
Yeah,
before.
when did they change all that?
That was 2 years ago.
So just to make it confusing and...
Well, the FIS, which is the International Organizing Committee, they raised it because for development. It was really because it fit the German and Swiss school systems better. So, although we've won 2 awards over there, we still have to do what they want to do.
Right,
it kind of screwed things up here a little bit for a while with the kids in development, but it's
right. I'm sure they're ironing it out now. So 2 years ago that happened, so they must be getting it now.
Yeah.
And so, go ahead. I interrupted you. So the kids come in around age 14?
Yeah. So most of the other programs, age 14 and under, Cranmore, Attitash, Wildcat Black, are feeder programs for us, in theory. So those kids come from there. And then we also have an affiliation now with Freiburg Academy, where kids can come for the full academic year or just the winter term, starting in 9th grade. So we're starting to attract kids from other parts of the state and other parts of New England, or kids that are in our weekend program that want to ski full-time and stay here and not go away to a ski academy or a prep school can do that. Right.
Well, you guys are right here in the Mount Washington Valley, and again, I mentioned that you're turning out some of the best racers in the world. Leanne, of course, is from here, and I'll give us an update on Leanne.
She had an injury in November at Copper. She'd been complaining over the summer of soreness in her knee. Training staff couldn't find anything wrong with it. They had 2 FIS downhills at Copper when we were there in November. She was the top American in the first race, and then in the second race, she was probably 3 turns from the finish line, felt a pop in her quad, skied out, didn't go down. They found her quadricep was 60% torn.
God, that's amazing that she was even able to ski out, 60% torn.
She'd been skiing really well, so she was really frustrated. She wanted to go to Lake Louise after that. You know, I just said, that's like a really bad hamstring. If you go up there, that thing's either going to pop or you're not going to have a good result. Rehab it. So she was doing PT, was doing some easy free skiing, and then they found a bone spur on her knee, and they went in early January and removed a pretty sizable bone spur and some other stuff, cleaned it up. So she's on the disabled list for this season, but she remains on the A team. She stays funded. She's disappointed because the World Championships are going on in Beaver Creek right now, where she'd love to be skiing.
And she's skiing fantastic, but this is she's looking long term though, which is the more important thing.
She's going to be fine. I mean, look what Lindsey Vonn's done after all the injuries she's had. So she'll get back on snow and start doing some easy skiing in March, and then probably some training camps in April and May, and then get back on the
speedy recovery to Leanne.
Back on the bicycle. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go to you guys now here in the Mount Washington Valley. You have been busy last week, and you're busy again tomorrow, and then looking ahead to Cranmore as well. So start with Attitash. How did things go over at Attitash?
We had the NARA, New Hampshire State Super G Championships the week before last, the last week of January. We had some very good results. Maya Bernier won one of the women's races.
Great.
Maddie Glavin won 2 of them. They were both in the top 3 in the other ones. Some of the boys skied very well.
Good.
And we had the U18, U21s on 2 different days. We had one day postponed by a snowstorm, and then we had the U16 championships. I think that was January 29th.
And you guys, do you like it icy? Because I always see the race courses when I see it online.
It was a very durable playing surface. It was glacial.
That's amazing, and they just get those edges in so well. So that was at Attitash, and you mentioned Mia had great results.
Maya Bernier this past week at Sugarloaf yesterday, actually, they had the Eastern Cup Speed Week, and in the downhill yesterday, in the second downhill yesterday, she was 5th overall and 2nd for her age group. That was her first downhill this week.
Really? All right.
She was 13th in the first race.
So Maya's having great results, and it doesn't slow down because you're at Cranmore tomorrow.
Yep, we have the U16 boys GS qualifier at Cranmore tomorrow, and then next Thursday, Friday, we have men's open fist GSs at Attitash.
Okay, so let's talk about how folks can support you guys. One, they can get out and see the races because you're going to be on Hurricane tomorrow at Cranmore.
Yes.
Okay, so they can get right over there. And then on Attitash, you're going to be at the bottom of Illusion?
Illusion on Thursday, Friday.
Okay, so
Yep.
great spectator action over there. And now let's talk to the funding for these kids, because ski racing is not cheap. A lot of people know this. It's just a fact of life. And around here, we want to help support our kids to best of our abilities. How can they do that?
Well, we've got our annual comedy night coming up on February 14th at the Grand Summit Hotel with Bob Marley. And that'll start at 6:30. There's a cocktail party. There's a silent auction, a live auction, appetizers.
Great.
And then he'll come on, I believe, at 8 or 8:30.
Okay.
But that's our first of our two major fundraisers. We have a golf tournament at the end of June at the Wentworth.
Which is well attended.
Yeah.
All right, so Valentine's Day, February 14th, Bob Marley is going to be at the Grand Summit Hotel, and that's $50 and includes appetizer, cocktails, a live and silent auction. Can you give me a heads up
raffle.
on a raffle?
Yeah.
What are some of the items that we're looking at?
There's some trips, there's some cruises.
Like warm or cold trips, or both?
Both.
Ah, great. All right, so whatever floats your boat, you can win a trip,
Right.
perhaps.
Yep.
And what about some hard items? Do you have?
Ski equipment,
Good.
there's some golf stuff, and
Okay.
a bunch of other stuff.
Is this black tie only?
No, it's casual.
Casual, okay.
Smart casual.
There you go. Nice casual. All right, so our comedy night coming up for Bob Marley to support the Mount Washington Valley Ski Team on February 14th. How did they get tickets?
They can get them at the hotel. They can contact the ski team office, 356-7627, skiteam at roadrunner.com.
Okay.
They can also get them at Stand and Sports.
Easy. Okay, so that's great. A couple of different ways to help support the Mount Washington Valley Ski Team. And if you just want to give money, they always just take money too, so you can
And
do
also,
it.
if you go to MWVSkiTeam.com, there's a link to that they can get tickets.
That's even easier. All right, so I think we got everything, Dave. Did we get
I think
everything?
so, yeah.
All right, well, good luck tomorrow.
very
What do
much.
you tell ski racers? Is it good luck? You know how you can't tell that to actors. What's for ski racers?
Send it.
Go fast. Send it. Okay, well, send it tomorrow at Cranmore. All right, thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we'll be back. We have more Watch and Win and another look at the weather forecast because it looks like we have snow on the way.